Hello everyone, my name is Natalia and today we're gonna make this beautiful little whale. These are the colors I used, purple, yellow and black. To embroider the eyes and the mouth, this whale measures 26 centimeters and I used a 2.5 millimeter needle. We're going to do the video in two parts. What we're going to do today is the base of the whale, which is this part, okay? The body, and then in the next one we'll finish it up. We'll make the horns, the little fins, and well, everything else. I hope you really like it. If you do, don't forget to give today's video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it if you help me share the video so it can reach more people. Without further ado, I'll leave you with the step-by-step instructions. Alright, let's get started. I'm using a 2.5 millimeter hook. We're gonna make a magic ring with 6 single crochets. We'll be working in a spiral. I have carefully gathered and prepared the following items. The first one, which is number 1, the second item, number 2, the third item, number 3, the fourth item, number 4, the fifth item, number 5, and finally the sixth and last item, number 6. With all these essential components now in place, we are ready to officially close our ring, signifying the completion of preparations for the commencement of round number 2. We're going to make 6 single crochets, 1 single crochet in each stitch. I go into the first one and we'll start hiding this yarn tail as we go. There's my first stitch. If needed, we should mark it with a stitch marker, a piece of yarn, or whatever you have on hand. There, I have carefully created 2 distinct stitches, specifically stitches number 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, I will gently and precisely adjust the entire piece of work to ensure it is positioned correctly and comfortably for the next steps. Following this, I am going to utilize this particular yarn tail, which is conveniently located as a temporary but effective stitch marker. Alright, I will carefully and deliberately place it right there, securing it in position, and then proceed to use it as a reliable and visible marker for my ongoing work. For round number 3, we meticulously make 1 single crochet stitch, carefully mark its position, and then proceed with an increase. I genuinely find myself unable to continue at this moment. With these rather long and elaborate nails, it's becoming quite a challenging task for me to manipulate the yarn and hook with precision, but I absolutely have to go get them professionally done, and I most certainly will. I truly think, I genuinely believe, because later I invariably regret it if I don't, then I am definitely going to get them done very soon. Not super short, but a bit shorter because I don't like having them so long. Anyway, I'm off topic, so let's continue. We're gonna repeat the sequence 3 times. 1 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 single crochet, and 1 increase. And that's the end of round number 3. For round 4, we do 2 single crochets and an increase. Always mark the first one, girls. If I forget or stop mentioning it, you should always mark the first stitch, 2 stitches, and an increase. We're going to repeat that sequence 3 times, 2 stitches, 1 increase, 2 stitches, 1 increase. For this round number 5, we will now do 3 single crochets. Please mark the very first one, then 2, then 3, and then we will perform an increase. We repeat that sequence 3 times, 3 stitches, 1 increase, 3 stitches, 1 increase. For round number 6, we're going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Mark the first one, and don't do any increases, just 1 stitch in each stitch. We will continue working in this manner for round number 7. We will meticulously make 4 individual single crochets, and it is important to mark the very first one of these stitches. That is 1, then 2, then 3, and finally 4 single crochets, and subsequently we will perform an increase. We are going to carefully repeat that precise sequence throughout the round. 4 distinct stitches followed by 1 increase, then again 4 more stitches followed by another increase. This pattern will be consistently applied for the entirety of round number 8. To begin, we will meticulously create 1 single crochet stitch in each and every stitch around the entire piece. This means that for every stitch you encounter, you will carefully insert your hook and complete just 1 single crochet. It's crucial to maintain this consistent pattern of one single crochet per stitch throughout this section. Following this, as we transition to round number 9, we will then proceed to make a total of 5 single crochets to establish the next part of our pattern. Mark the very first one. I have 2, 3, 4, 5 and then an increase. Please repeat that precise sequence. 5 stitches, followed by an increase, then 5 more stitches, followed by another increase, continuing this pattern until you ultimately reach the designated marker for round number 10. We will carefully make one single crochet stitch in each and every available stitch around the entire piece, and it is important to mark the very first stitch we create to keep track of our progress. We will then continue this process, working our way around the entire round until it is complete. Now, moving on to round 11, my dear girls, I have already gone ahead and successfully completed 6 single crochet stitches, preparing us for the next steps in our beautiful project. I've marked them for you, and now it's time for the increase. We're going to repeat that sequence, 6 stitches and increase, 6 stitches and increase for round 12. I've already made 7 single crochets and now it's time for the increase. We repeat that sequence, 7 stitches and increase, 7 stitches and increase for round 13. We make 1 single crochet in each stitch and mark the first one. We continue like this, just 1 single crochet in each stitch. For round 14, I've already made 8 single crochets and now it's time for the increase. We're going to repeat that sequence, 8 single crochets and increase, 8 single crochets and increase. And now, ladies, I'm going to give you instructions for round 15, which is to make 1 single crochet in each stitch. That's it. Just 1 single crochet in each stitch. Alright, and we'll be back. For round 16, I've already gone ahead and made 4 single crochets, and now it's time for the increase. We're going to repeat that sequence, 4 stitches, an increase, 4 stitches, an increase. We repeat it 6 times, okay? Now, for rounds 17 to 18, make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Mark the first one, and continue like this for rounds 17 and 18, including round 18, okay? This is how it's looking, and ladies, I recommend that you keep stuffing as it grows. So let's move on to the next round. For round 19, what exactly do we need to do? We will begin by making 5 individual single crochets. After completing the first of these 5 single crochets, it is important to mark that very first stitch to keep track of our progress. Following these 5 single crochets, the next step is to execute an increase, which means making 2 single crochets into the same stitch. We're going to repeat that sequence. 5 stitches, an increase, 5 stitches, an increase. And now I'll give you instructions for round number 20, where we're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch. Okay, for round 21, I went ahead and made 13 single crochets. And now we do an increase. We're going to repeat that sequence 3 times. You make 13 single crochets, an increase, 13 single crochets, an increase for round 22. I've already gone ahead and made 14 single crochets, and now it's time for the increase. Repeat that sequence, 14 single crochets and an increase, until you reach the marker. And now I'll give you instructions for round 23, where you're going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Girls, I'm just showing you this in case you want to do it like I did. When I get lost and don't want to come from the bottom, I count up to 20, put in a pin, and then if I get lost, I just count from here, 20, 21, 22, and 23. Maybe I lose track of which round I'm on simply because I'm too lazy to count from the bottom. Alright, so now let's move on to round 24. I've already made 15 single crochets, and now I do the increase. We're going to repeat that sequence, 15 stitches, 1 increase, 15 stitches, 1 increase for round 25. I've already made 16 single crochets, and now I do the increase. We're going to repeat that sequence 3 times, 16 single crochets and an increase, 16 stitches and an increase. Now, for rounds 26 to 27, we do 1 single crochet in each stitch. And girls, whenever you want, you can start stuffing. We continue like this up to and including round 27. For round 28 and onward, I made 8 single crochets, and now it's time for the increase. We're going to repeat that sequence 6 times, 8 stitches, 1 increase, 8 stitches, 1 increase. Now for rounds 29 to 30, we do 1 single crochet in each stitch and mark the first one. We will continue working in this manner, following this established pattern for round 31 and all the subsequent rounds that follow. I have now completed making 9 single crochets, and at this point it is time for the increase. We are going to carefully repeat that specific sequence. First, working 9 individual stitches, then performing 1 increase followed by another set of 9 stitches, and then another single increase. This precise repetition will continue without deviation until you successfully reach the designated marker, which indicates the completion of the round. Now, from rounds 32 to 41, we do 1 single crochet in each stitch. Girls, don't forget to mark the first stitch so you don't lose your place. And whenever you want, you can start stuffing. Let's keep going like this. 1 single crochet in each and every stitch up to and including round 41. Okay, my dear girls, let's keep going with this project. This is exactly how it's looking right now. I've successfully finished round 41, and now let's move on to round 42 and carefully make 9 individual single crochets, making sure to mark the very first one. I have counted them out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 1 more decrease will be made. We're going to repeat that sequence 6 times. 9 single crochets, 1 decrease, 9 single crochets, 1 decrease until we reach the marker for round 43. Moving on, I made 8 single crochets, and now it's time for the decrease. We're going to repeat that sequence 6 times, okay? Do 8 single crochets, 1 decrease, 8 single crochets, 1 decrease, and I'll give you instructions for round 44. We make 1 single crochet in each stitch. We don't do any decreases or increases, just 1 single crochet in each stitch. For round 45, I've already made 7 single crochets, and now it's time for a decrease. We're going to repeat that sequence 7 single crochets, 1 decrease, 7 single crochets, 1 decrease. For round 46, I've already made 6 single crochets, and now it's time for the decrease. We're going to repeat that sequence 6 single crochets, 1 decrease, 6 single crochets, 1 decrease. And girls, I'm going to leave you instructions because it's more of the same. It's just continuing to make decreases. I'll leave everything written here for you. Okay, then you do 5 single crochets and a decrease, and repeat the round. Then 4 single crochets and a decrease, and we repeat the round. I'll leave everything written here for you, and we'll come back to close it up. I also wanted to mention that you should keep stuffing the little whale well. Well, girls, I finished on round 51 with 12 single crochets. From here I finish, and from here we pull. We cut a strand like this, more or less this long, so we can close it up well. We're gonna thread it onto a yarn needle, and as you can see, we have 12 stitches here. We're gonna go through all 12 stitches, grabbing only the outer loop. So we meticulously count and gently pull the yarn as we progress through each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and continue this precise counting method until we successfully reach the 12th stitch. Once we have completed the 12th stitch, we then carefully reverse our direction and come back, completing this segment of the work. Now that this section is finished, I am done with this particular step. Let's proceed to make a small secure knot and then carefully hide it discreetly inside the main body of the project, ensuring it is not visible from the outside. Alright ladies, we're going to leave the video here and we'll finish it in the next one. I hope you've really enjoyed it so far. Sending you a big kiss, and I'll see you in the next video.